Okay, so this isn't on my face because I'm not decent and I don't want you all to look at me right now. So there's that. Um, but this video is emergent. This thought and this idea just came to my heart as I lay here in bed. Um, I woke up early this morning, had a nightmare, don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to write it down in my dream journal. That's how horrible this nightmare was for me. Um, at any rate, the question that I am pondering today is, what do you do when the religion of your youth no longer serves you? Um, I honestly ponder this question to you. I just posted it on my personal Facebook page, and a friend of mine stated that your journey begins, and those words couldn't be more truer. If you don't know, my religious upbringing is under Christianity as a follower of Jesus Christ, who I claim to be my Lord and Savior for most of my 33 years here on this planet. Does this mean I've denounced him? No. He does exist. You do your own research. I may post other things on this here YouTube eventually, but yeah, that's not where we are anymore. I am free, I am divine, and I am sovereign. The only person I pledge my life to and my loyalty to is myself. Um, but we're not going to go into what it is that I believe or don't believe or all of that nonsense because that's not what this is about. This is about what do you do when you've outgrown what you have known to be life. I I always joke and say that I was probably conceived shortly before or after a church service. We're non-denominational, but we fall under deliverance ministry, Pentecostal, whatever you want to call it. And I take nothing for my upbringing because it actually laid the foundation for me to live in the truth of what it is that I've always felt in my heart, but I was ashamed to express it because it wasn't what I was taught. And I was taught that if you don't confess Jesus as your Lord and Savior, that you'll die and go to hell, and a bunch of other stuff that I no longer subscribe to. But again, that's neither here nor there. So I, bits and pieces, have gotten things from source. I do believe in God. Oh, please don't stop the video. There is God. God does exist. You will hear me refer to God as source or spirit. The creator of the universe and everything in it still does exist. Very important to me. So much love, so much light comes from source, but religion has trapped us into thinking so many different things, and not just Christianity, but all of the big three religions have trapped us into believing so many things that are not necessarily true and have been a detriment to our livelihood. Just, I mean, if you want a testimonial, I, post college, have had the most horrible 10 years that anyone could have ever experienced. And if you know me, people think that I have everything together and that, I'm about my business and all this stuff, but I've gone from series of events to events to events that are tragic and crazy, from homelessness to totaling out vehicles to mysterious health issues that nobody can figure out what it is that randomly disappear one day. And around about the end of September 2019, a lot of that stuff started coming to the head. I had my last car accident where my car was totaled on December 1st, 2019. But I was in the process of making myself be more free, more divine, more sovereign. And it's not something that happens overnight, because like I just told you, I spent most of my 33 years indoctrinated in Christianity. Um and I couldn't seem to catch a break. I spent most of my time depressed, sad, um anxiety ridden. Now, I still do talk about having anxiety attacks and whatnot, but that's just residue of things that I'm working through. Again, I don't really know where this channel is going, but I know that I'm here to help people because I've been through so much and I'm still here. So, losing my religion freed me up to really encounter true spirituality. True spirituality comes from within you. You were created with a divine purpose. You were created with love and light. And you have to tap into that source. And unfortunately, men have tainted religion to the point that it's not null and void, but we're going to come to see in the next coming days, weeks, and years just how much the religious orders that we've followed have failed us as a human race. It's not any certain ethnicity or anything of that nature, but it's failed us all, and that's unfortunate. But the fortunate thing is, once you get to the point where you feel like you've outgrown what it is that you were raised to believe was the be all end all as far as spirituality goes, then you begin to explore within yourself what is right, what is true. That path of Christianity works for some people, and that's okay. But for some of us, it's not working anymore, and we have to figure out what it is that's really happening. And so you have to ask, you have to talk. Talk to source, talk to God, talk to spirit, talk to the universe. Open up your heart to receive the messages. Ask for guidance and for patience to be able to find out what the truth really is and what your path is, your spiritual path, because we are all unique, created, divine beings. There is no one cookie cutter path that's going to work for all of us. Just like we all have different fingerprints and we have different eye scans, we can't be fit into a box. And if you feel frustrated and you feel confused and you feel depressed and sad and all these things, when you think about something that's supposed to bring you so much joy and happiness, which is a divine connection to source, then you have to consider, what am I really doing here? What is going on here? What am I thinking? What am I processing? There's so much information out there that you could get overwhelmed trying to research for the truth. But the first steps I would say to take is to really dig deep into yourself and see what resonates within you. You know what resonates as the truth. Not just because somebody told you, not just because you read it in a book or seen it in a magazine or somebody else you trust said it. You have to seriously sit with yourself. And because we're going through what we're going through right now with COVID-19, you have the time to sit with yourself and really ask questions of spirit, of source, of the universe, of God, whatever you want to refer to the higher power as, and ask to be shown what it is the truth. You want to wake up. You've been sleeping for so long and now you want to wake up. You know how babies cry when you wake them up out of their sleep, or if you've ever woken up out of your sleep and you feel like groggy and foggy and dizzy, and it takes you a little minute, but then everything appears clear, and then the baby calms down and stops crying once they realize, oh, I'm just awake now. That's what this is. This is your wake up call. from your local, everyday, average person, even though I'm really not everyday, local, or average. I'm quite special. And you'll come to learn that you're quite special and unique too. And just sit with yourself. That's the first step. If something feels like a lie, then it's a lie. And you don't have to believe that anymore. There's nobody or nothing that can hold you captive anymore except for yourself. You are divine. You are free. You are sovereign. So be free. Thank you. If you have any questions, like, comment, respond. I have resources that I can lead you to that will help you learn different things that have resonated with me, and I'm more than willing to share. Thank you.